I want... Ooh. For those who didn't hear it, there was a shift in the electricity or electrical equipment that my little trailer is doing. I wanted to make this video basically because somebody needs to say it. And I don't know why people keep doing this, because it gets nowhere. I don't know if it's like, look, I mean, I try to look at the news, different sources of news, social media sometimes, and just to kind of see what's going on, what people are consciously choosing to put out into the world. And if they're not consciously doing that, that's not a good place to be, because that means you're out of reality. And I keep seeing people posting or living and basically escaping the reality of the world and the life that they're in. And it's okay to take a holiday, take a break every once in a while, but you maintain that understanding of that clear trajectory of where you want to go. And so many people are just like in this cycle, in this wave of like, I guess I'll go here. Oh, I didn't know that I was a part of that. I guess, well, I don't want to deal with it. It's just this not looking and dealing with like their shit. and that goes to show is like, even in politics, we're just continuing. And first of all, people do not understand American politics whatsoever. They don't understand the true government. There is no government. There's only laws. And the Constitution. The Constitution, when originally founded, was founded with the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments. And the Bill of Rights was a set civilized at the time, because people didn't understand true knowledge at the time. They could only understand and be governed by governments. Those bills of rights were based off of natural rights and natural laws. So our founding fathers could actually integrate true universal knowledge and wisdom and God-given or like cosmic given concepts. Everybody is born free. And in order to stay and protect ourselves at the time and get back into order, that's why we created the bill, or they created the Bill of Rights, to integrate people that were still stuck in that like governing mentality that other people have to be in power. Some people don't want that responsibility, and that's okay. That's fine. However, now it's gotten to the point where we believe that if we vote for these people, or even like a sheriff or whatever, and give all their money to them, that it's going to change the trajectory of where everybody's going. That's absolutely 100% incorrect. And it's just it's devastating to me, because it's like a person that has an open wound, like actually caused the wound themselves by, putting their hand on a burner. It's common sense. Maybe they did it on accident, but they started a wound, okay? And it's kind of like that person is just like picking and picking and picking at an open wound, thinking that it's going to heal. And then just taking a pencil, say the Democratic Party, putting a little money at that, and then picking with it and picking with it. Oh, maybe this'll work. Like, it's just so fucking dumb. And And then people just be like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to. And I'm like talking about people and their own problems with their own life. It's like, oh, I don't want to. They just like, like, I don't care. I don't care if I have kids and they don't have a future. La 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 la. I'm gonna pretend like nothing. That's very narcissistic, actually. It's a delusional fantasy, and it's actually mentally ill. And I mean, in a different perspective, if you have like a physicist mindset, you understand this is the difference. You understand the problem, how big it is. You break it down into chunks and you focus on one chunk at a time. Not just completely avoiding the chunks. You understand that the chunks are there, you're just picking it apart and trying to do it at different times. It's totally opposite. Opposite of what people are doing. They're just like, oh, well, that's not mine. La 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 la. I don't have to, like, it's just so fucking weird. It's really scary sometimes. Because when I go into the workplace or I go into a coffee shop or whatever, I am very direct. I look immediately where every person is in the room. It's just like this kind of weird thing. It just completely, like, I figure out exactly what are the facts of the situation of each person, of the information that I can attain at that point. Okay, this person is clearly checking out. Okay, that person is talking to somebody with their earphones in. Like, it's staying in my reality and doing what I want to do. It's not being like, oh, I'm gonna go into this coffee shop and get a sub. Like, or like thinking that I want a sub, so I'm gonna go to the coffee shop and pretend that, or like, it's just so, just not logical. And I wanted to like put this out there because we're in Pisces season, and Pisces season apparently just washes people into like this flowy like wave of emotions, and we're still recovering from the fuckery of all of the media and the COVID bullshit. And I just want to put people back on track and remind people that we are still really fucked in the sense of like our systems. We're not like truly, like, no person is truly fucked. Like, if you have like a logical and like you integrate your emotions correctly kind of mindset and way of living, you'll be fine. If you care for yourself and you care for others to the best of your ability and degree without compromising yourself, you'll be fine. But a lot of people just, they'll mistaken their feelings or even their emotions, because emotions can be hijacked just as much as feelings can. Your hormones can be hijacked as well. I have to every single time, and this is a big example. This technology, again, a lot of Google and a lot of these apps are a part of Google or even Apple. Their algorithms are AI market driven, meaning if your environment, and they're constantly, depending on your settings, actually no, at this point, if you have certain phones or devices, your phones are constantly monitoring you and collecting data about everything that you do online and even your environment, because you have Wi-Fi. So that means if you have like a period tracker app, if you're a female or whatever, men have cycles too, they just don't bleed. That can actually affect your own hormonal and menstrual cycle because it's electromagnetic. So it can help, like, I'm not saying it's completely bad if you're not on top of it, or if you're on top of it, but if you're not aware of that this is affecting you and you have like a period tracker app, what's to say that there's no AI that's actually monitoring like the majority of American women's menstrual cycles, and then down the line like inducing some sort of ad or whatever to bring a woman in her like early 20s or 30s to want to have a child even more based off of it's just like I've seen this happen with ads where it's like it'll try and it almost induce, I don't want to say induce my menstrual cycle, but I mean that's technically possible. It'll induce it based off of like America's holiday marketing algorithms, where it's not in cycle with a true natural rhythm of the planet, it's with the cycles of society and stress, actually. Because I don't want to get too deep into that because it's scary and actually is kind of similar to the Matrix movies of, just having children so the robots or machines can stay alive. And that's basically what we're doing to children. We're just producing children in these systems that are now going to be governed by AI and artificial intelligence and machines. We're producing children to just basically feed these machines now. In a debt-based system. All of monetary functions all the banks, the Federal Reserve banks, are all debt-based. Debt is a form of slavery. Yet people are like, oh, I don't, like, they're just, oh, I'm gonna make people's wishes come true, or like, I'm gonna wish the pain away, I'm gonna wish reality away, oh, I'm not here, it's just, they don't want to ground and center and be like, oh, okay, this is happening, okay, what can I do about this? And I understand that that's what's going on. It's not affecting me at this moment. I shall take this action at this time, and that problem's solved. It's just like, it's taking responsibility. People don't want to take responsibility for where they're at. I've made so many videos on this. I don't want to make another one. It's just... Oh well. Anyways, yeah, I refuse to tolerate stupidity and systems and socialist ideology systems with completely cutting off the individual or free thought. I'm against those systems. I'm not saying people should, like, isolate themselves and cut themselves off from everybody else. No. But to go along with, like, the energy of socialism or doing what the crowd is doing, that's a big no-no. That's a no. If you cut off free thought or, like, the rights of an individual, you might as well just, like, put yourself in handcuffs for the rest of your life. That's exactly what you're doing. Because you're just giving your power away to everybody else and a system that is meant to enslave you. And again, my life's work is producing content that explains this, as well as, well, I'm on my path to my certifications, but I have my own court case and my own I don't even know how to explain it. My own wit and my own intelligence to beat the systems at their own game. Maybe I'll explain that in another video, but GoFundMe, or go check out my GoFundMe page. Otherwise, have a good day. Please, you can have fun and be in your reality. You can integrate creativity and imagination, and that's only fun when you have enough logic and understanding to make that imagination real, or that wish real. You have to take action. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna live here, oh, la, fantasy, reality, oh, that person's dying, that person's suffering, oh, like, you help that other person that's suffering. If another person I don't, maybe because I've been a twin, it's easier for me to recognize if somebody else is in emotional pain. But if somebody in your reality, if you sense just one thing, it's just it's just like, just ask. Just be like, hey man, how are you doing? Are you okay? Or like, hey lady, how's it going? It's just, even if they say, I'm okay, and it's clear that they're not, the fact that you asked means you're doing something. You want to help. Like you're putting that energy out there, and that is a lot. That's actually a lot. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. It's a huge thing. Most people just want to, yeah, la, 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 la. Like, they just accept bullshit. And that's one thing I've it's a big lesson I've learned way back in military structured times, is if you get handed bullshit, or people say shit rolls downhill, no, throw the fucking shit back and say, give me the fucking correct shit. I don't care what it is. I don't want bullshit. Give me the correct shit. It's kind of like accepting and trying to get a 50 cal bullet to put in a 9mm. It just won't work. So you throw it back. Give me the fucking 9mm bullet. It's just have a good day.